Hello and welcome to this session. This is Professor Farhat, in which we will discuss the deductibility of business gifts. Now, if you want to be generous and give gifts to your vendors, to your suppliers, to your employees, to whoever you want to, that's perfectly fine. But when it comes to deductibility of the gift, the IRS will have a saying how much you can deduct. So a business may deduct the cost of gift given to client in the ordinary course of business. Yes, it has to be just part of your ordinary course of business. However, the deduction is strictly limited to $25 per recipient per year. How much you can give per recipient per year? $25 you can deduct. You can give them $25,000, but you cannot deduct this. So this limit applies per recipient per year. It doesn't matter how many gifts are giving, the total deduction per person cannot exceed $25. Now, married taxpayers are treated as one taxpayer, even if they operate as separate businesses. They're one entity. And this rule deals with the indirect gift rules. So a gift given to a person related to a client, such as a spouse, is treated as if it's given to the client. This is what the indirect rule. In other words, you are limited to giving $25 gift to family members of the same client. You cannot avoid the $25 limit. So there's a few more other things you need to be aware of. Let's dive a little bit deeper into this session. Before we proceed any further, I have a public announcement about my company, FarhatLectures.com. You are here because you are serious about mastering taxation. Whether you are taking a tax course, studying for the CPA exam, or enrolled agent, tax feels overwhelming, not because it's impossible, but because it's dense, detailed, and often taught at a pace that doesn't match the way you learn. The rules can feel disconnected, and the logic isn't always explained clearly. At Farhat Lectures, we slow it down. We explain the why behind the rules, break concept into simple steps, and rebuild your understanding from the ground up without assuming any prior knowledge. When explanation matches your learning, everything changes. The confusion fades, the rules start to connect, and tax becomes manageable. If you are ready to understand tax with clarity and confidence, start your free trial at farhatlectures.com and let's build your tax foundation together. How about incidental cost? And they ask a lot about this incidental cost on the exam, specifically the EA exam. Certain costs related to giving a gift are not included in the $25 limit, provided they are incidental. What are some examples? Well, packaging. Packaging, you can spend some money on packaging. You have to pay for shipping and delivery. Insurance, engraving, you put your name or their name on the gift. That's perfectly fine. These costs must not significantly increase the value of the gift. You have to be reasonable here, okay? So Bright Star sends a high-end notebook to a client. The cost of the notebook is $60. Shipping and packaging, $15. How much can you deduct? Well, the cost of the notebook is $60. You can take $25. Shipping and packaging, that's reasonable, $15. Therefore, you can deduct $40. How about if we're dealing with multiple gifts to the same recipient? Even if multiple gifts are given, the total still apply. So if Lena owns a small catering business, she gives 3 gift baskets to the same client during the year. Each basket is $30. The total is $90. How much can Lena takes? $25. You cannot split the gift. Now this is an exam trap. Do not multiply 25 by the 3 gift. For one person, 25 for the whole year. How about promotional items? There's an exception for the promotional items. Certain promotional items are not subject to the $25 limit. Like what? Items costing $4 or less with the business name clearly printed on them, like pens, calendars, keychains. Here we're dealing with you're not really gifting anything. It's part of your marketing strategy. Display material used at the customer location, like signage, racks, branded display, that's fine. These are treated as advertising, not gifts.
Now let's talk about, I'm going to put in quote, gifts to employees. Businesses don't give gifts to employees. That's the whole purpose of putting gifts into quote. But let's talk about some gift. Because there's no, employer-employee, it's a business relationship. So let's talk about non-cash gift items. What if you gave them non-cash gift items? Well, small occasional non-gift may be deductible to the employer, and it may be not taxable to the employee, which is good. Deductible to the employer, that's a plus. Not taxable to the employee, that's a plus for the employee. For example, holiday turkeys, occasional small items like a fruit basket, occasionally. That's perfectly fine. Okay? How about something else? You give them something else. Again, there is no gift. What do you pay your employees? You give your employees wages. That's your relationship, employer and employer. It's a wages situation. The following are always taxable to the employee if they are giving: cash, gift card or certificate, tickets, vacation, meals, lodging. Those are actual compensation. Stocks, bonds, or similar items, compensation, and they must be included on the employee W-2 wages. In other words, they're taxable to you. So let's assume Metro Supply gives each of its 40 employees a holiday gift basket valued at $30. Okay, gift basket, $30, just a holiday, everyone treated the same, courtesy. So it doesn't matter how much you are providing. You're not really selecting an employee and trying to compensate them. 40 employees. The tax treatment here is for the employer, they have 1,200 deduction. And here we're going to assume it's a non-cash low value items, holiday gift basket, fruit basket. You're good to go, not taxable. So let's take a look at this summary table. They could be testable on the EA exam. For example, client gifts. Deduction limit, $25 per person per year. Deductible up to the limit. The tax treatment. Incidental cost, generally speaking, no limit. It has to be reasonable and fully deductible as long as it's reasonable. Promotional items, no limit if qualify, remember, $4 or less per item, treated as advertisement, which is deductible. Employee non-cash gifts, they don't specify, but it must be nominal. It cannot be a lot. Tax treatment for the employee, not taxable for the employee. Employee cash or equivalent, you can give as much as you want to. Deduction, there's no limit on the deduction, and it's taxable compensation. If the employee is paying the taxes, you can take the deduction. There is no limit on the deduction. Let's take a look at this multiple choice question from FarhatLectures.com. A taxpayer gives a client a luxury pen costing $80. The taxpayer also pays $10 for engraving and $15 for shipping. What is the total deductible amount for the taxpayer? How much can you deduct? What are the rules? You can deduct $25 per recipient per year. So is it $25? And the answer is no, because you also paid $10 engraving. Can you add the $10? Yes, you can. So now we're up to $35. Can you add the shipping? Yes, that's reasonable. Shipping, you gotta ship it. That's $15. So 25 plus 10 plus 15 equal to $50. What should you do now? Look, if you are studying for the EA exam, if you're studying for the CPA exam, the best investment you can make is invest in yourself. You go to Farhat Lectures, look at additional resources, multiple choice, true false exercises that will help you prepare for the exam, prepare for your classes. Don't shortchange yourself. No one can take your investment that you make in yourself. And God bless.